You know, it seems there's just no pleasing some people, not in Jesus' day, not in our own. Like petulant children, it becomes all about them. You might recall that scene in Matthew's Gospel where Jesus confronts some of the people. He said, "We played the flute for you and you would not dance. We sang a dirge and you would not mourn." John the Baptizer was an ascetic's ascetic, the very model of an abstemious lifestyle. Yet they rejected him as someone who was crazy, possessed, a fanatic. But then his cousin Jesus took a very different tack. He embraced the human family and its diverse experience. He dined with the rich and ate with the poor. He taught in synagogues and tutored in their streets. But they rejected him too. They called him a libertine. At one time or another, many of us may have given ourselves over wholeheartedly to some part of our community. We sacrificed hours and energy on some project we thought was valuable, only to have an event poorly attended or a project criticized negatively, or both. In one sense, we played a flute expecting others to dance a lively jig, only to see them pass by or stay away. We lamented the sad state of affairs in our world and expressed sadness at the demise of cherished values and practices, only to see our traditions rejected as old-fashioned and arcane, even boring. We've worked hard, expecting an affirmation or even a little sympathy, only to see others laughing behind their hands or averting their eyes, lest we see them laughing at us. If we emulated John's strict disciplines, they would say we were fanatics, whacked out. If we adopted a liberal attitude and flung the door open wide and lent a sympathetic and understanding ear towards the worst of human experience, they would say that we have no ethics or a moral center. It takes a lot of courage and grace to move beyond expectations and disappointments like these. But the first step in that journey is one that involves us moving beyond our own expectations and disappointments. The first step is to change our own complicity in a deadly cycle of negativity, to admit that in the end, none of us really knows what we want or need. We need to place a little less confidence in our own tastes and desires and place a little more in God's wisdom, care, and love for us. Lowering our expectations in this way is a form of repentance, a way of changing our perspective. In this Advent season, lowering our self-imposed expectations, even discarding them altogether, can open up space within us so that others may find enough room there and enter in. It's not much. It's not very elegant or elaborate. But often enough, that kind of humility is not unlike a stable where the unlikely God finds an unexpected room where God can teach me more for my own good and so lead me one step further in the way that I should go.